Meet Adin Ross, the guy who managed to get arrested Andrew Tate, lose millions in brand deals for calling a rapper entitled, and somehow got Donald Trump to sit in his gaming chair. If there were a poster child for chaos, it would be him. And honestly, he's probably proud of it. If you've ever wondered what happens when you give one man a microphone, 1 million subscribers, and no self-control, well, you're about to find out. I'm not here to destroy the guy, but seriously, Adin Ross is the perfect case study of everything that can go wrong in streaming. He gets banned constantly, toxic masculinity drama, meltdowns in public, gambling addiction, and a friendship with Andrew Tate that should come with a warning label. Let's start from the beginning. Adin Ross didn't stumble into trouble by accident. He sprinted toward it with open arms. This guy started as a regular gaming streamer, but then he decided that wasn't crazy enough for him. The transformation was actually shocking, but for all the wrong reasons. He transitioned from playing NBA 2K to hosting gambling streams, inviting rappers who would show up or not, and somehow becoming a bridge between hip-hop culture and the most toxic corners of the internet. But that's where it became interesting. And by interesting, I mean troubling. Adin didn't just become controversial. He became dependent on controversy. Every stream was a chance to go viral. Every interaction could spark a scandal. And every step was another step toward his next ban. Let's talk about the ban that changed everything. In February 2023, Adin got permanently banned from Twitch for revealing his unmoderated kick chat during his stream, and it was filled with hate speech. But the thing is, this wasn't the first time. This guy had been getting banned from Twitch, like collecting Pokemon cards. 8 bans, 8 different times when Twitch said, nah, we're good. Any other streamer would have caught on, maybe even changed their approach. But not Adin Ross. No way. He took it as a challenge. So off he went to Kick, the streaming platform that's basically Twitch's rowdy little sibling, who vapes behind the school gym. And trust me, it was a marriage made in chaos heaven. Kick let him do his thing, and unfortunately, his thing was a walking controversy machine. Now we need to talk about the big elephant in the room, or should I say, the alleged human trafficker in the room. Adin Ross's relationship with Andrew Tate is like watching a tutorial on how to ruin your reputation while thinking you're being cool. For those unfamiliar, Andrew Tate is a figure who frequently discusses masculinity and is now facing serious charges in Romania. And Adin thought this was the best person to buddy up with and have on his streams regularly. But this is where it gets totally crazy. Adin Ross got Andrew Tate arrested, not on purpose, but during a stream, Tate accidentally revealed too much about where he was and what he was doing.
Andrew had hit me up. He said, hey, I'm gonna be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back.
Romanian authorities used that info to find him. Can you imagine being such a chaos magnet that you accidentally get your controversial friend arrested while streaming? But things got worse. In April 2023, Adin shared something unexpected: his opioid addiction.
Later on, but I was addicted to that, and I fell off my journey a little bit, and I became a version of myself I wasn't familiar with, and people around me weren't.
In a rare moment of honesty, he talked about how addiction turned him into a person unrecognizable to himself and others. He also talked about physical withdrawal symptoms, the way the drugs had altered his decisions, and his attempts to quit. For a brief moment, everyone felt sympathy for him. He was a young man obviously struggling with some serious personal issues, attempting to use his platform to help others dealing with the same. But the thing about Adin Ross is that just when you think he's getting better, he goes and messes up again. Because not only did he have an addiction problem, but he had a gambling addiction that was just as serious and far more public. We're talking about a guy who would lose millions of dollars streaming, cry, call gambling helplines for advice, and wake up the next day to do it all over again. There was one especially shocking session where he lost $7 million in 30 minutes. $7 million in half an hour.
What's the most money you spent in a day?
I gambled $7 million in one day and lost.
I don't even spend $7 in 30 minutes without feeling guilty. What makes Adin Ross so good at streaming chaos isn't even his controversies. It's how he deals with them. He has turned his public breakdowns into a way to profit. We've seen him cry on stream, walk off in a rage during a stream, and have what can only be described as full-on mental breakdowns in front of thousands of people. It is truly unfortunate to witness someone's mental health deteriorating while the chat is filled with laughing emojis, but that's become Adin's brand. Unfiltered, unhinged, and uncomfortable to watch. The man became a symbol of his downfall, but his following kept growing. It's like watching a car accident in slow motion, but the car accident is live streamed, monetized, and has a subscriber button. Fast forward to 2025, and Adin Ross somehow managed to create his latest act of self-destruction. During a stream, he had an out-of-control rant against rapper Tate, calling her entitled after watching videos of her at the Met Gala telling her staff to bring her more umbrellas.
Now, you might think to yourself, that isn't so bad, but you'd be wrong. Adin didn't just criticize her, he attacked her, questioned her ability, called her an industry plant, and made remarks that ranged from criticism to something much worse.
Don't get me started on that industry plant. Don't get me started. You guys can say shit, whatever you want about me, but one thing about me is I'm not an industry plant.
The result? He lost 2 major brand deals within days. We're talking millions of dollars lost because he couldn't keep his mouth shut for 5 minutes. One of the deals was reportedly worth over $1 million, and they took it from him the day after he lost his temper. But did he learn anything from it? Did he apologize? Of course not. He stuck to his guns, complained about cancel culture, and somehow managed to make himself look worse. Just when you thought Adin Ross couldn't possibly get any chaotic, he had Donald Trump on his stream. Yes, the President of the United States sat in a gaming chair and chatted with a guy who's been banned from several sites for toxic behavior. Adin also gave Trump a Rolex watch and a custom Tesla Cybertruck. This immediately generated controversy over potential campaign finance violations. Apparently, when you're Adin Ross, even your attempts at being politically relevant come with legal problems. It was also bizarre to watch Trump try to connect with Adin's younger audience and Adin try to act presidential. It was like watching 2 people speaking 2 different languages while pretending to understand each other. In a dramatic twist, Twitch reinstated Adin Ross to the platform in early 2025 after a 2-year suspension. Everyone was shocked and disappointed by this, considering his past behavior. But here's the twist. Adin said he was leaving Kick for an undisclosed amount of time and wanted to return to Twitch with a fresh start. He even uploaded a video taking responsibility for raising toxic viewers and promised to improve. For maybe 5 minutes, it seemed like he'd finally learned. Perhaps the bans, the lost sponsorships, and the humiliation in the public eye had finally taught him a lesson. Spoiler alert, they hadn't. In January 2025, Adin Ross did something unusual. He took responsibility for his actions. In a social media video, he admitted to creating toxic fans online and accepted the negative behavior from members of his community. He claimed he wanted to eliminate toxic content, remove obnoxious viewers, and create a healthier atmosphere. For a brief moment, it seemed like real growth. Maybe hitting rock bottom had finally woken him up. But the thing about Adin Ross is that his apologies are like pauses in a play, not real endings. He's apologized before, vowed to do better, and yet still falls into the same bad habits. So why is Adin Ross the perfect fit for streaming chaos? It's easy. He's created the perfect storm of toxic internet culture. He has constant drama that keeps people gossiping, close ties to toxic masculinity figures like Andrew Tate, public struggles with addiction that are like a real-time documentary, erratic behavior that keeps everyone guessing, and a complete inability to learn from his mistakes. His viewers don't just watch him for fun. They watch him for the chaos. They want to see the breakdowns, the arguments, the disasters. He's become like a digital gladiator fight. But the gladiator is fighting himself, and the audience is cheering for his downfall. What's most appalling about Adin Ross isn't that he has scandals, it's that he relies on them. He needs drama to stay relevant, scandals to get more subscribers, and chaos to fuel his videos. He has lost a lot of money, ruined relationships, been banned numerous times, and damaged his reputation repeatedly. But he can't resist because he doesn't know how to live without the chaos. It's like watching someone keep going back to touch a hot stove because they crave the sympathy that comes with their burns. At some point, you start to wonder if they even want to get better, or if they're so lost that they don't know what better feels like. Is he a product of the system that created him, or is he the author of his misfortunes? Honestly, it's probably both. But Adin Ross has become a case study of everything that can go wrong when internet fame meets personal vulnerability. The real question isn't whether Adin will create more controversy. He will. The real question is whether his audience will get tired of watching him destroy himself for views, or if this kind of online drama is the new normal. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more peeks into the crazy world of internet culture.